justice for all.
Teresa, please do the roll call.
Alderman Monteleone.
Here.
Alderman Hamilton.
Here.
Alderman Slattery.
Here.
Alderman Ben.
Here.
Alderman Broughton.
Here.
Alderman Witzig. Here. Have a vote.
I will open the public hearing at 7:01. The public hearing for the development plan for Walk-Up Limited Restaurant at 5702 South Lindbergh Boulevard. It's Brewster's Ice Cream. Stand up. Podium, please.
Please state your name and address for the record.
Sure. My name is Christopher Pellick. I'm here with my wife Daphne. The address that we are talking about is 5702 South Lindbergh. We have a purchase agreement that is under review, under evaluation to buy the Church's Chicken, to reconform the entire lot into a community ice cream shop that is a walk-up, that will have a patio with a number of benches and tables and chairs and umbrellas. And will be a very family-friendly area here in Green Park.
Any discussion? Is anyone in the public want to speak? All right, thank you. I will close the public hearing and open the regular meeting, 7:02. We had the reading and approval of the minutes of the Board of Alderman meeting, April the 21st, 2025. We'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes. A motion for the minutes, please. Tammy, a second? Anyone? Second. Thank you. Any questions? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes and the minutes are approved. Citizen comments and petitions. Looks like we got, is it Christina Serena?
Christina Serena, 11044 Cedarberry Place. As a mother and registered nurse who has worked in neuromedicine, I want to share with you what the concerns that I have. You don't have to search very hard to find the detrimental effects that screens have on children. As an adult, I can keep myself from wasting my life on this app, but research shows that a child's developing brain receives 10 times more dopamine with these hits. That means that an adult can literally get high from this, but a child gets 10 times higher. Research continues to show our children's brains are being chemically changed due to these screens. They're getting clinically addicted to the repeated dopamine that screens give them, which in turn also raises their baseline need for dopamine. The internet is potentially the most easily accessible addiction humanity has seen. 2-year-olds have access to it. It could be a devastating gateway for them to more harmful behaviors. This is what keeps parents like me awake at night. This is what should concern our entire society, including the board. This is why Missouri, along with many other states, is limiting phones in schools. I spoke with Alderman Hamilton after last meeting. I am very open about my concerns, but I wanted to better understand where she was coming from. Ms. Hamilton claimed that as a realtor, basketball goals made it more difficult to sell homes. I can tell you, we bought in Green Park precisely because there were so many basketball goals around. You want families buying their homes in your community. Families add stability and assistance for neighbors. For example, During a heavy snow, my oldest son volunteered to shovel for any of the elderly in the Cedarburg community. Ms. Hamilton claimed that children congregating and playing basketball could disturb the sleep of those who work nights. As a night nurse myself, we all know that we are the ones with a different schedule. I can't expect everyone to change their lives because I work nights. That's not a legitimate reason to change a long-standing policy. Kids are going to play and are going to make noise regardless of a basketball goal. What is the alternative? Make them stay inside, play on screens, forbid them to ride their bikes and play in their yards? What disturbed me most was what Ms. Hamilton said when I shared these concerns. She told me to just take the children bowling instead. When I said these children will be the ones that will be taking care of us on our
Your
deathbed.
time's up, I'm sorry.
I'm almost finished. Can I just?
Time's up,
Did we
sorry.
not say anything?
Rick, Serena?
Good evening, Board. Rick Serena, 11044 Cedarburg Place. Like my wife, I speak against the proposed ordinance to ban basketball goals. The ordinance to ban goals is used by St. Louis County to cover a much larger population spread throughout the county. It includes major thoroughfares and state highways. And does not apply to Green Park at all. We're a small community with 3 through streets and 1 thoroughfare. We have small neighborhoods with almost entirely residential traffic. The St. Louis Code does not suit our community, and we don't need a broad prohibition like that one. We can afford to be adaptable with a more Green Park specific code like the one my attorney and I have provided for the city. I want to speak in favor of that resolution to restore basketball goals. Back in May 2021, when the decision was first made to remove the goals, 2 aldermen voted to keep the goals. One was Alderman Slattery and the other was Alderman Finn. This ordinance addresses all of their concerns. I trust their votes will remain the same. 2 other aldermen were not on the board at the time. Alderman Broughton has raised several legitimate concerns that we address in this ordinance. The homeowner assumes all liability. Our homeowner's insurance, in fact, already covers this liability. The goals must be removed in the winter. There are no permits or licenses to be submitted or approved. There's no bureaucratic red tape whatsoever for you to deal with, though the city can always request proof of insurance or a release from the homeowner if it wishes. Let me also say that, talking to our insurance about this, they are so unconcerned with the safety of basketball goals in the right-of-way that they will offer us a $3 million liability policy for a grand total of $100 a year. If the insurance companies don't consider this a serious liability, why should we? Alderman Witzig herself has raised concerns regarding the safety of children. Believe me, no one is more concerned about that matter than us as parents. But we can't place them in a bubble wrap. Research shows that overprotecting children has even more negative consequences upon their judgment and their risk assessment. The fact is, children are equally unsafe walking to the bus stop, riding their bikes on the sidewalk, entering a crosswalk, or playing in the park. But we would never prohibit those things. Here's what we do as parents. We teach them to be careful. What better way to ensure that they follow our direction than by playing basketball in a cul-de-sac in our front yard under our watchful eyes? We've worked hard to provide an ordinance that I think will address all of your concerns. I've spoken to those issues repeatedly the last couple of years and tried to answer your objections, and frankly, I sincerely appreciate you hearing me out during this process. If the last week, frankly, has shown us anything, it's that we have to learn how to engage one another in a civil, political way. Bringing us to this decision tonight, I think, was the right move by the board. Avoiding the courts is the right move. I believe approving this ordinance is the right move. And it's in the best interests of our children and our community to do so. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, reports of officers from committee. I just have a short report. Yesterday we had the 30th anniversary. It was quite hot, as you can tell, and a lot of people probably just came and went. We honored Fred Hain with his proclamation. We had St. Louis County here with a proclamation for the city for our 30th year. All in all, I think it was a successful 30th anniversary party. So we're gonna have another proclamation here. We read one yesterday, but we've got one here for people that weren't here yesterday. And we're gonna award that to Fred at close to the end of the meeting. Other than that, we had our code enforcement officer check multiple signs, poles that needed repair. Some of them were knocked down, some of them are faded. Came up with about 13 signs right now. I'm sure there's gonna be more here, but looks like a total for the 13 signs are about $3,141.98. What I'm looking for is a motion to go ahead and get these signs in place as soon as possible. Is anyone interested in making a motion?
Were
Tammy?
those a lot of them that were on Lindvale?
There's 13. It should be in your package.
It
right?
was, but there wasn't vandalism like the last time we had to replace signs, was it?
I think some of them are just,
The trucks hitting them possibly?
yes, there's
Okay.
quite a few on Green Park Road that were damaged. They're leaning. There's some that are faded. I believe there's a few that need to have the trees trimmed so we can see the signs.
All right,
So-
I'll second that.
Okay, thank you. So, I guess I need a roll call vote or just, sorry? Voice vote. How about, a voice vote? All in favor of doing these 13 signs at this time, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, motion passes. We'll have Signorama go ahead and, get these signs ordered and put in place as soon as they can.
Have we done bids on that, or just?
Yes, we got a bid. It should be in your packet.
Okay. Oh, I did.
They're all itemized.
Yeah.
Locations are all specified. Other than that, Marty, you have a report?
Yeah, I just want to piggyback on that, down there by Gap's. There's I didn't see that, no parking sign that's been sent for almost
Yeah.
a month. That wasn't on the list.
Yeah, we're working on getting these 13 and then starting another list.
Where was that from?
It's the one I sent you a
Okay.
long time
Yeah,
ago.
it's, in front of Gapshire, it's a no parking sign. Looks like the pole was hit. And then the sign
the
itself.
base. And then that tree, the Gap's still needs to be trimmed. It's hanging over the walking path. And it's blocking that sign.
Yes,
Have we reached out to them?
yes, we sent a violation letter. Let me check with Lisa to see, if the time has passed.
Okay.
Anything else, Marty? Carol, you have anything to report?
No, just thanks again to the people that helped set up the event yesterday. It was
Yeah, I know.
very hot, and everyone was really cooperative and definitely helped me out, so thank you so much.
Thanks, Carol. Is that it?
That's it.
Michael Broughton?
Here,
Do you have anything to report?
I'd like to say thanks to Teresa and Lisa for doing a yeoman's job on getting the room cleaned up and rearranged. Thank you.
Thanks, Michael. Anything else? Michael, anything else?
No, sir.
Ron, do you have anything to report? Tammy?
Just the same thing. I was here for a while setting up, and the work that was being done was pretty amazing for a small group of people.
Absolutely.
Dan had a well-oiled machine, and Gary had it completely under control, the little people, and yeah, it's a lot of hard workers.
Absolutely. City Attorney, Paul, do you have anything to report?
No report tonight.
City Engineer, Derek?
Quick update on the street project. We poured 73 yards this morning, Green Park Industrial Court. We're about 95% complete on that cul-de-sac. We still have some sections to tie up for entrances that were left open for driveways. We also started on the main road, Green Park Industrial Drive, starting at Eagle Nonwoven's back entrance towards Lake Bluff Drive. We were looking for the right spot to do the connection until next year or next 2 years or 3 years, whenever we come back to that area. So we're looking at going through the intersection and tying into more stable slabs. So if we do that, there may be an increase in area of pavement to remove and replace. Could be around $30,000 for that. So that just reduces the cost of the next phase, or when we come back, that would be done. So I'll come back to you with a change order to do an extra section rather than stop in the middle of the intersection. We're possibly going through the intersection to have it done and connect to stable pavement. We also did a couple of driveway aprons that we didn't have a choice with. One of the driveway aprons was lower than the street pavement. And there was another driveway apron that was deteriorated to the point where we couldn't connect. So I'll bring you a change order for that also. We should be done, and we were doing one-way traffic, so we have a detour. We'll try to maintain that, so for Sonda, we put up barricade. You can't go straight on Lindbergh Industrial Drive. You have to go Lake Bluff Drive like last year and loop around, so that's up.
Okay.
Well, we hope the traffic follows that pattern. It's the best way to route everybody safely in and out, but you'll get some cars that are not paying attention, and then you got two cars going into each other, and they're looking at each other like, where do I go? So we'll try to do our best to make sure that they follow the one-way traffic. I'd say we should be done so end of November is probably a good goal. I'd like to get done sooner than that, but that's probably a good final goal of getting it done. That's all I have.
Appreciate it. City Clerk, do you have anything to report, Teresa?
No report.
3.5, the Treasurer's report.
Anna has emailed, she apologizes to the board. She's had a family emergency, and that's why you didn't have the financials this week. She will get with you as soon as possible.
Thanks, Teresa. 3.6, County Police Report. Sonda, would you give us the report for August, please?
All right, so we'll just go through it real quick. For August, 393 calls, directed calls, 264 self-initiated, 129. 4 traffic accidents, reports written were 26, 1 arrest, 1 drug violation, 1 bomb threat, 3 property damages, 1 auto theft, 2 larcenies, 1 harassment, 1 fraud, and 2 assaults. The citations and warning, if you look at it on here, it looks a little bit low because not all of them pulled up. I did some traffic enforcement. I think you guys are aware of that for a week. So it didn't report 10 citations and 6 warnings, just an FYI, so that way you're not like, what's going on. I know you're probably gonna be like, what is a bomb threat? But yeah, so at one of the facilities on Lindbergh Business Court, somebody called in and stated that they were gonna blow up the building. We were able to trace, Jeremy worked really hard on it. He was able to trace the phone number. Kirkwood got involved with it. A person was arrested and charges were issued. So yeah, sometimes it takes a lot of time to get these, but he got everything figured out and everything issued. So does anybody else have any other questions, concerns?
Thanks, Sonda.
Yes, sir.
Unfinished business, we have none. 5.1, bill number 918, an ordinance of the city of Greens Park, Missouri, approving the final development plan submitted by Brewster's Ice Cream for a walk-up ice cream shop at 5702 South Lindbergh Boulevard and directing that the same be recorded with St. Louis County Recorder of Deeds. Eric, can you touch over that, please?
Yes, it was presented to the Planning and Zoning Commission, it was 2 weeks ago. Planning and Zoning Commission voted in favor of recommending approval with a couple of conditions. Do you have those?
Yeah, what you,
Pardon me?
yeah, what you're talking about.
Paul, do you have those?
P and Z's conditions?
Yes, please.
One of them was that the, light post was allowed to stay where it is because it was already there. And let me see if I can find the other one. Oh, the other one was that, it could be half a foot candle at the northwest property line for the photometric plan. And that's what I know.
So the only thing that I corrected on my memo was number 3. I have a separate paragraph or a sentence that says, also please submit a signage plan, but they had already submitted a signage plan as part of the review. So I just did not delete that portion of my comment. Would you, and in front of you, you have your, the landscape plan, the lighting plan, architectural elevations, so for any discussions.
And they will, people will be purchasing the property?
I
They're
believe
gonna be
that's,
renting.
You can answer that?
Yes.
Yes, that's accurate. So
So who's the current owner of the property? It's
the
really.
current owner is it's a family in California.
That answers the question.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so we're purchasing the building, and then my wife is going to run the ice cream business. She's gonna pivot her career and we're gonna take that full on and bring it into our family.
Okay.
so I
Is
could-
that, ice cream, is that gonna be like Dairy Queen or Ted Drew's or
Not
somewhere in
custard,
between?
it's real ice cream. So Brewster's is it's a privately held, family-owned company that franchises. They have 200 stores, so it's pretty small. We're gonna be the first to St. Louis.
That's what I've seen.
We own our own, I'm gonna say we because I want to be part of the family, own our own dairy farm in Titusville, Pennsylvania. So all of the product comes directly from them, and then we make it on site, and it's served and has a 6-day shelf life. So the service, the product, the taste, the quality is all fantastic. Brand new to St. Louis, and we're really excited to bring it
Sounds
here.
good, thank you, sir.
Do you have a public restroom?
We do not.
I was thinking about that, because it's kind of like Ted Drew's, where, okay, very
Exactly
good.
right.
Yeah, the building looks beautiful.
Thank you. Yes.
I can add that there's landscaping that they're putting in, also lighting, we checked on the lighting. So if you want to discuss anything, any kind of maintenance on the parking lot for
You know
handicap.
is it the pylons, is that what you call them, the things that are sticking up?
Those are called ballards.
Ballards?
Correct, so
Would those be needed on the front? Are you that close? Because I saw the patio comes out.
I believe
It looks like there's a lot of grass, but when I drive by, it doesn't look like there's as much grass.
There is, so yeah, when you look at the survey, right, there is a good, I don't know, 15 yards maybe, between our property line and the street itself. So, but no one has mentioned putting up any sort of, I don't know,
On the
bollards.
front part, yeah.
well, there's a,
They're on the parking area, I saw that.
Yes.
Yeah.
so, yep, once this is approved, if it's approved, then we still have to go to St. Louis County for them to review the building permit application, which they will also review the handicap accessibility for that building, and they typically look in the parking lot for handicap accessibility.
You're gonna be crowded.
Good. We want to be crowded, yeah.
Any other questions? Thank you, sir.
Thank you, appreciate your consideration.
I will entertain a motion for the first reading of bill number 918.
So moved.
Carol, second. Ron? All in favor of the first reading of bill number 918, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay? The motion passes. Paul, please read number 918 for the first time.
Bill number 918, an ordinance of the City of Green Park, Missouri approving the final development plan submitted by Brewster's Ice Cream for the walk-up ice cream shop at 5702 South Lindbergh Boulevard and directing that the same be recorded with St. Louis County Recorder of Deeds.
I will entertain a motion for the second reading of bill number 918.
So moved.
Michael? Ron, second. Any discussion? All in favor of the second reading of bill number 918, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay. The motion passes. Paul, read bill number 918 for the second time.
Bill number 918, an ordinance of the City of Green Park, Missouri approving the final development plan submitted by Brewster's Ice Cream for a walk-up ice cream shop at 5702 South Lindbergh Boulevard and directing that the same be recorded with the St. Louis County Recorder of Deeds.
I will entertain a motion for the final passage of bill number 918.
So moved.
Second.
Michael?
Second.
Carol, second. Any discussion? Hearing none. Teresa, please do the roll call vote.
Alderman Monteleone.
Aye.
Alderman Finn.
Aye.
Alderman Broughton.
Aye.
Alderman Hamilton.
Aye.
Alderman Slattery.
Aye.
Alderman Woodsig.
Aye.
Bill number 918 becomes ordinance number 878.
Thank you. Do you want to give them any additional information about the next step? Recording the final development plan?
Paul, you want to try that on
Just contact us, and I know you need a letter to go to, for closing, I think it was, so.
Yeah, we're gonna need P&Z approval, for SBA loan, and we're gonna need approval to proceed with St. Louis County.
All right, I'll get with Teresa and get your contact information. I'll reach out to you, try to get you what you need so you can get that done.
Fantastic, thank you.
that? Thank you. 5.2, bill number 919, an ordinance of the City of Green Park, Missouri, approving the lot consolidation plot for part of lot 56 of the James S. Thomas addition and directing the same be recorded with St. Louis County Recorder of Deeds. Derek, you want to explain that?
Yes, the applicant has, currently has 3 lots, and they're consolidating the 3 lots into 1 lot. I believe they are gonna pursue, a development on that parcel, and that'll be the next step, but right now, they are requesting for a lot consolidation, which will go to St. Louis County Recorder of Deeds. I'm looking up if I have any comments. Yeah, we've informed them that if they are wanting to demolish any more buildings, they would have to apply for a demolition permit application through the city and then go through the county. The existing building, if they leave it where it is, encroaches into the setback in the back. And then there's also some gravel from the side road, private drive, as we call it, encroaches onto their property. So we have not seen a development plan come in for this yet, so right now we're just concentrating on consolidating 3 lots into 1.
Thanks, Derek.
It does not change that it will be residential, correct?
We're not dealing with that yet. We're just
We're not
dealing
even thinking about that.
We're just dealing with,
Right, they
With
just
the
want to right now
consolidation.
turn it into one big lot, about a 3-acre lot.
and then after that, we can, if they submit application and plans, we can review it.
All right.
Anyone else?
Yeah, what's the James S. Thomas edition?
That's the name of the subdivision. That's the subdivision plat that was platted years ago.
And sometimes
The
many, many
addition
years
was-
ago.
Yeah, it was called the James, I guess there was a James S. Thomas first, and then there was an addition to that subdivision. and then
That's, Yeah, so we may be going 50 to 100 years back.
Because when I looked it up, I thought I saw something like within the city of St. Louis, that concept.
Yeah, you may see something of that nature.
They might have been a prolific developer at the time.
Then what's the ARIA LLC? ARIA, A-U-R-E-A LLC?
Where do you see that?
It's on the very first.
They are the owners under contract right now. They're gonna close on 9/29, on this property, but they have permission to go ahead and seek this consolidation from the current owner, but they're gonna be the owner by the end of the month.
Okay, so where are they, who, what, when, where, why, how about this ARIA? I can't find anything about it, other than there's some software interaction.
Yeah, I don't know. Why a person chooses that name, for their corporation or their LLC is really not up to us, so. I mean, that's just.
No, I mean, like, if we want to do any background information, like, are they a development company, or do they have other real estate holdings, or, you know, what?
Well, I mean, I don't know their deal, I just know that most developers create an LLC for every development they do, and it does one thing, and it's whatever that development is.
So we don't know actually who it is.
Oh, well, the application has the guy's name right next to it. I don't know where my application is, but, yeah, you're there.
Yep.
If you don't look under the, at the top it says Altech or whatever, submitted it, but halfway down the application, it says, anyway, it's the guy's name.
Yes.
Yeah, so Aria LLC, and the guy's name is Yunus Abdallah, 2217 Gravois Avenue, Suite A, St. Louis, 63104. He's at darvarealty.com. So.
May I ask a question? What property are you in?
Did you write did you sign the?
I just need you to approach your
Oh,
phone.
we just keep hearing
Guy,
that.
it's 9200, 91.
No.
It's currently the John Smith Masonry Company on Green Park Road.
Okay, no, thank you for clarifying.
I think they just cleared it out. I mean, there's like one building left now, but yeah, it used to be a masonry company. So yeah.
No, I saw that on the specs, the person's name in Gravois, and then I saw the Altea LLC, the land surveyors. I just didn't know if this was actually the person who is behind it.
Right, that's the guy that's behind it. So there's a person that is, they've got their surveyor, and then they've got some some architect that's working on plans, but they haven't settled on what they want to do. Other than residential, they just haven't settled on it, because they don't know yet.
That LLC is a law firm out in Chesterfield.
I don't know.
That's where the one that used to be in the city moved out there recently.
Okay.
I guess to do this deal, so.
Yeah.
You're talking about Aria?
Yeah.
I got it from Chicago when I got it, when I did my research.
But from the city's perspective, the request is in order, and if they want to consolidate the property, then there's nothing, they've done what they need to do to turn the 3 lots into one.
Any other discussion? I will entertain a motion for the first reading of bill number 919.
I'll make that motion.
Carol, second.
Second.
Michael? All in favor of the first reading of bill number 919, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay. Motion passes. Paul, please read bill number 919 for the first time.
Bill number 919, an ordinance of the City of Green Park, Missouri approving the lot consolidation plat for part of Lot 56 of the James S. Thomas Edition and directing that the same be recorded with St. Louis County Recorder of Deeds.
Any discussion? We'll entertain a motion for the second reading of bill number 919.
So be it.
Mike, or Ron, second?
Second.
Tammy? Any discussion? All in favor of the second reading of bill number 919, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay. The motion passes. Paul, please read bill number 919 for the second time.
Bill number 919, an ordinance of the City of Green Park, Missouri approving the lot consolidation plat for part of the Lot 56 of the James S. Thomas Edition and directing that the same be recorded with the St. Louis County Recorder of Deeds.
I will entertain a motion for the final passage of bill number 919.
So moved.
Carol, second?
Second.
Michael, any discussion? Hearing none. Teresa, please do the roll call vote.
Alderman Monteleone,
Aye.
Alderman Finn,
No.
Alderman Broughton,
Aye.
Alderman Hamilton,
Aye.
Alderman Slattery, Alderman Witzig,
I'm gonna say no. At this
So we
point.
have 3 ayes and 2 nays, is that
Yes.
correct?
Motion passes.
Motion passes. Bill number, I'm sorry,
I said didn't
I voted.
Oh, did you vote?
vote. Should have been 6 votes.
Yeah.
I've got 5.
Should be
It was 4-2.
Yeah, it
4 to
should
2,
be.
yeah.
Right.
So, bill number 919 becomes ordinance number 879. Five point three. We have 920A and 920B, 2 ordinances.
You want me to?
Yeah.
All right, well, these are the 2 ordinances that I was directed to, prepare last meeting. One of them is, as Mr. Serena said, an ordinance that mirrors St. Louis County's prohibition of use of the right-of-way for equipment, and the other one is the one that allows them, but with conditions that have been discussed. And just for the record, 920A is that would be prohibition, no, 920B is the prohibition. It seems, I gotta actually look at it.
That's
I mean, I want to see the actual, 920A is the one that has the conditions for using the right-of-way, and 920B is the prohibition.
I'll make a motion to approve bill number 920B.
Do I have a second?
So that I'm understanding that correctly, that's prohibiting it at all, correct?
Correct.
Do I have a second? Carol made the motion, do I have a second?
Second.
Marty? All right, we're gonna read 5.3, bill number 920B. An ordinance of adopting a new section 210-2220 of the City of Green Park Municipal Code prohibiting recreational equipment on public right-of-ways. I will entertain a motion for the first reading of bill number 920B.
So moved.
Carol, second, Michael. Any discussion? All in favor of the first reading of bill number 920B? Or second? All in favor of the second reading of bill 920B, say aye.
When you read it as the first.
Motion passes. Paul, please read bill number 920 for the second time.
Okay, so considering you haven't read it the first time, I'll read it the second time. That's bill number 920B, an ordinance adopting a new section 210.2220 of the City of Green Park Municipal Code prohibiting recreation equipment on public right-of-way.
I will entertain a motion for the final passage of bill number 920B.
So moved.
Michael? Second?
Second.
Marty? Any discussion? Hearing none. Teresa, please do roll call vote.
Alderman Finn.
Aye.
Alderman Broughton.
Aye.
Alderman Hamilton.
Aye.
Alderman Slattery.
Aye.
Alderman Woodside. Aye. And Alderman Monteleone.
Aye. Bill number 920B becomes ordinance number 880. Five point four, bill number 921, an ordinance authorizing the board president execute on behalf of the city right-of-way use agreement with Missouri Network Alliance LLC. I will entertain a motion for the first reading of bill number 921.
Just so you know, this is a new company that wants to start putting fiber in the city's right-of-way, and before they can do that, we have them enter into an agreement for the use of the right-of-way, so, that's what this ordinance does. It approves the agreement, and then after we have that, then we'll get all the insurance and, bonds and things we need from them before they start putting stuff in the right-of-way. But we need to approve this agreement first.
Does the city pay for them to do that? Or it's just they're putting it, okay.
Right here. They're just asking for the right to use the phone.
I will entertain a motion for the first reading of bill number 921.
So moved.
Michael? Second? Tammy? All in favor of the first reading of bill 920, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay. Motion passes. Paul, read bill number 921 for the first time.
Bill number 921, an ordinance authorizing the board president to execute on behalf of the city a rights-of-way use agreement with Missouri Network Alliance LLC.
I will entertain a motion for the second reading of bill number 921.
So moved.
Carol? Second?
Second.
Michael? Any opposed, say nay. Paul, please read number bill 921 for the second time.
Bill number 921, an ordinance authorizing the board president to execute on behalf of the city a rights-of-way use agreement with Missouri Network Alliance LLC.
We'll entertain a motion for the final passage of bill number 921. Tammy, do we have a second?
Second.
Michael? Any discussion? Hearing none. Teresa, please do the roll call vote.
Alderman Finn.
Aye.
Alderman Groton.
Aye.
Alderman Hamilton.
Aye.
Alderman Slattery.
Aye.
Alderman Woodsig. Alderman Monteleone.
Aye. Bill number 921 becomes ordinance number 881. 5.5, resolution number 403, adopting a credit card and public funds use policy for the city of Green Park, Missouri. Would entertain a motion to adopt resolution 403. Anyone?
So moved.
Michael?
Second,
Marty?
Marty.
And Carol. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
And opposed, nay. The motion passes. 5.6, resolution authorizing agreement with general codes to codify and supplement recent legislation. I will entertain a motion to adopt resolution 404.
So moved.
Carol, second Ron. Any discussion?
Yeah, I got a question.
Marty, go ahead.
City clerk, Teresa, this is to consolidate everything online, or,
It would definitely consolidate online, and then we will also locate some paper copies. But, yeah, everything that you've passed as an ordinance in the last 2 years that affects the code will be updated up to the legislation I already sent them. So anything passed tonight would have to go on the next supplement. Okay.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay. The motion passes. Gabrielle?
Yeah. Oh, already? Okay.
Yeah, this is citizens' comments, I'm sorry.
Okay, wait, yeah, okay, so I can sit down?
No, you, go ahead. Right.
Yeah, go ahead.
Wow. I'm really good at following directions. So, Anne apologized for not being able to be here today. She had some other stuff going on. But she just texted me and asked that I share this information about the event yesterday. So she said that we ended up having a total of 165 people that actually registered. But there's definitely people that maybe didn't register, or kids that were there that didn't get on the registration list. So I think that's a pretty good turnout considering the heat. And then the total cost, she said, came to $9,821. I would like to give just a shout out to Ann Howard for all of the time, effort, and work she did to make this happen. She gathered the donations, she put together the baskets for the raffle prizes, even including some of her own personal items to make it that much better for everybody. Essentially, whatever was thrown at Anne, she persevered, and if she had to pivot, she pivoted, and she did an amazing job. And I don't know anybody else that could have done a better job than Anne. I wish she was here so I could say this all to her, but. So I don't think yesterday would have been as wonderful if it hadn't been for Anne stepping up and volunteering to do all of this. I would also like to thank all of the people that came out to volunteer, that did volunteer, their time, their energy, sometimes their brain power, especially yesterday, the sweat, throughout the planning and even yesterday's events. And then lastly, I would also like to thank the alderwomen and men who helped yesterday, Carol, Tammy, Ron, Joe. You didn't have to, you did. Some of you stayed way later than you needed to. Some had to leave a little bit early, but we were greatly appreciative of all of your help, so thank you very much.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Could I say something real quick? Someone we did recognize because she was doing the recognition was Gabby. She was tremendous. She sat up, did setup, she did all the kids' stuff, she was running around, getting everything done. So thank you again.
Thank you for making that short.
We have Ashley.
Hi. Hi. I live at 9217 Cedarberry. I've lived in this neighborhood for 9 years. I grew up in South City, where most of the shootings, the burglary, car break-ins, kids wander the street after the street lights come on. We moved here because of the safety of Green Park. I am a dog. Let me just read what I have to say. If you fell, would your neighbor know that you fell? These two rows back there have looked out for each other this entire meeting. We have tried to keep our kids quiet. Can you imagine what it's like having to clean your house, make dinner, and not let your kids go outside? Because they have nothing to do. Second of all, being outside creates community. It creates safety, security, and a sense of belonging. I want my girls to grow up in a neighborhood where people look out for each other, where faces are familiar, where someone will notice if you aren't okay. Being present, even in small ways, a wave, a walk, a shared moment outside on the sidewalk, that's how it starts. Being outside and having our kids to do something keeps them busy. They're not on the internet, they're not looking at porn, they're not on TikTok, they're not on Facebook, they're not talking to people they don't know. Most of you guys have grandchildren, boys and girls, I'm sure, and I'm sure they talk about their video games and how they shot someone. Do you want your grandchildren to grow up like that? Or do you want them to be able to walk around the neighborhood and they know if your neighbor fell? There are about 86 houses in our subdivision, and I know about 65 of those houses because I choose to be outside with my girls. My girls are watched 24 hours because I'm a parent. I wave at every single one of these neighbors in the back 2 rows. We check up on each other because we're outside when we want this community to be better. When you guys all retire or die, who's gonna take your spot? It's these little kids, hopefully buy houses in this community and continue on their generations. Because that's what we want. I hope you think about your grandchildren. That's all. And if you don't have grandchildren, think about your neighbors. Who's gonna call you? Who's gonna knock on your door on Halloween? Do you know those kids? Are you outside at all? It's just disgusting.
Rick, Serena?
Thank you for letting me speak again. Obviously very disappointed in the decision. What's more disappointing than dragging me to court, forcing me to get an attorney, coming to speak to you repeatedly, laying out and answering the objections that you had for years, doing all of the legwork, including drafting and supplying an ordinance for your consideration, and you did not even discuss it. 2 of you who voted to allow basketball goals 3 years ago, 4 years ago, just voted categorically against them. So I think, frankly, it's your duty to me, as my elected representatives, to talk about it and explain your reasons so that these kids can know why, despite all protestations and explanations to the contrary, you have rejected the express answers we provided for each and every one of your objections at this point. So please, especially Alderman Fenn, Alderman Slattery, others, we would appreciate you discussing and explaining your reasons for categorically and summarily just ignoring our motion and accepting one that, frankly, you could have adopted 4 years ago, but it took until I shared it with you to even consider. It is an ordinance that covers a 1 million person county, not a 10,000 person tiny town. Again, I would like to hear your response, please.
Ron?
Yeah.
Lord, I've been a at this podium several times. You just put Karens and cancel culture in front of our kids, and that's just so disappointing. It breaks my heart. You chose Karens over kids. You define who we are, what Green Park represents. You just defined it. We don't want our kids out there playing in, streets that don't have any traffic and live in a cul-de-sac. I had a basketball goal for 23 years. I played on it, my friends played on it. My son, who played at Melville basketball, played on it. His kids, now 4 grandkids. Papa, where's the basketball goal? Well, Papa's gonna go to court, which I did 2 years ago, to defend against a stupid utilities ordinance. I go to court, and your lawyer is standing there and goes, you know what? I showed him my notes from my lawyer. He goes, we're not gonna drag you up here. I'm gonna go back to the board and tell them to drop this nonsense. Great, so we kept my basketball goal. 6 months later, I get another threatening letter, bullying me. We're gonna take your driver's license, yada, yada, take down your basketball goal. It's just, it's too much. Stick up for the kids. It's that simple. Even if you're out of touch with your clientele, with your citizens, whether you're in touch or out of touch, the least you can do is stick up for the kids. And you failed to do that, and it's difficult.
All right, I'm having a hard time reading this one. 11048 Cedarberry. How do you pronounce your name, sir?
Cyril.
Cyril?
Yes, sir. While sitting there, I got a chance to just chat really quick about the ordinance, and uniquely AI spits out Green Park. So what you all are shaping is an ordinance that could shape across St. Louis County, not even just across St. Louis County, but across the United States. You guys are making a decision, and it's a very decision that I encourage you to sit back, take time, and think what you're doing. You all got a chance to grow up. Somebody made decisions for you. You all are what you are today. Because someone sat in your seats and decided that this was what's going to be best for you. You are deciding today that, kids, what is best for you is not to go outside. What is best for you is to sit inside, be in your phones. And there's data that showed over and over what that causes. And it's sad that you're deciding to be on the side of history that will say that, kids, we do not care about you. Thank you for making your decision.
And we have Christina.
So I would like to finish my statement that you guys apparently did not want to hear before, because apparently you've already made up your mind what you were going to do. What disturbed me most about my conversation with Ms. Hamilton was when I shared these concerns. She told me to just take my children bowling instead. When I said these children would be the ones taking care of us on our deathbeds, and we need to take seriously their mental and physical well-being, she mocked my concerns and said, oh, now they're going to be addicted to heroin.
That's not what I said.
It is exactly what you said.
That's not what I
That
said.
is exactly what you said.
Shame.
How would you as a parent respond to that?
Shame on you. Yeah.
Is that how you want to be portrayed publicly? Guess so. What kind of message does that send? We're fighting against serious technological addictions that even schools have finally acted against. We want our children outside, playing in safe communities with their friends. We want them to do so under our supervision, and basketball goals allow for that.
We're going to miscellaneous. Any miscellaneous items?
Yeah, I got a question. What's going on with, Titeros?
I contacted them, I'd say maybe a week, 10 days ago. She told me that their computer programs were not, speaking or talking to each other, and that, they're having trouble lining up vendors. She said it was still gonna be a couple of months.
But there's no hang up in the county in terms of permits or anything like that?
She did not speak of any. She spoke of what was on them with, the computer system and the vendors.
Okay.
Anyone else for miscellaneous? This time we're gonna do the, proclamation for, Mr. Fred Hain. We did this yesterday, we're gonna do it again today, Fred. Got a proclamation for Fred. Whereas Fred honorably served our nation in the United States Air Force, exemplifying a lifelong commitment to service and community. And whereas Fred and his beloved wife Jeanette made their home in South St. Louis County in the 1960s, raising their 2 children in a neighborhood they cherish, fostering a deep connection to the land and its people. And whereas in the early 1990s, when the future of the area was uncertain, Fred Hain recognized a bold opportunity to preserve the unique identity of his community, tirelessly working to lay out the groundwork for a new city. Whereas Fred Hain took it upon himself to study state statutes, explore the possibilities of incorporation, driven by a vision of self-governance, protecting the residential integrity of the area, setting in motion a plan for a better future for his neighbors. And whereas Fred and Jeanette worked tirelessly knocking on doors, placing yard signs, and hosting community meetings to share their vision and rally support for the creation of the city that would reflect the values and needs of its residents, inspiring neighbors to dream of a place where their voices would shape their future. Whereas, thanks to unwavering dedication, grassroots efforts, Fred's leadership and collective spirit of the community, on April 4th, 1995, the voters of South St. Louis County overwhelmingly approved the incorporation of the city of Green Park, establishing a vibrant municipality of approximately 2,000 people across 1.4 square miles, now celebrating the 30th year of pride, progress, and community. Whereas Fred's legacy lives on in the city of Green Park, a testament to the power of civic engagement and enduring impact of one individual commitment to the community. And whereas Fred Hain will always be known as the driving force behind Green Park's incorporation, continues to inspire residents to uphold the values of unity, self-determination, and civic pride that defines our city today. And whereas, proving his love for Green Park, Fred Hain has continued to live and contribute to the city of Green Park. Whereas the city of Green Park desire to honor and recognize John Fred Hain for his extraordinary contributions and express our deepest gratitude for his role in shaping the city of Green Park into the vibrant community it is today. Now therefore to be proclaimed on behalf of the Board of Aldermen and the citizens of Green Park, I, Joe Monteleone, as President of the Board, have the privilege to declare September the 14th, 2025 to be Fred Hain Day in the city of Green Park. Encourage all residents to express appreciation and gratitude for corporation of our city. In testimony whereof I have unto set my hand affixed the seal of the city of Green Park this day, 14th of September 2025.
Thanks. There was just an open door and I walked through it. The Missouri Supreme Court had ruled the boundary commission unconstitutional. And we had another group that wanted to form 150,000 plus city. And they wouldn't give me the time of day, so they made me, well, I'm not gonna say it, but how they made me, but I was PO'd about it, okay? So that's what started this. My wife worked with me, some other people put out flyers, et cetera, the vote was taken and we won. I'm gonna paraphrase this. Ben Franklin, when the Constitution was signed, Ben Franklin said, I think he said it this way, he said, you now have a republic, if you can keep it. That goes for any governmental unit, including you people, or the people that come after you.
Amen.
I don't want to really get, well, I do. Yesterday was pretty hot. It reminded me of standing under the wing of a hurricane one day. It wasn't real pleasant. I'm not involved in this controversy, but the nurse did say one thing that I totally agree with. We fought the Chinese in Korea, and we also fought them in Nam, because the AK-47s were made in China. The Chinese are now winning a war against all you people with TikTok. They're turning the kids' brains into mush. And it's up to you, whether it's basketball or anything else, to watch those kids and see what they're doing on the internet. It's easy to do. You can program it in, or you can see what they're looking at. I'm sure most of you know you can do that. Because quite frankly, and I don't want to be a downer here, but you're at war with the Chinese right now, whether you know it or not.
More ways than one.
More ways than one. Thanks for this.
So I'm gonna entertain a motion to adopt a proclamation honoring Fred Haynes.
So moved.
Carol and Ron,
We're in a
seconded.
fight to do that.
All in favor, say
Aye.
aye. Motion passes. Congratulations, Fred.
I make a motion to go into closed executive session.
Ron,
I think this one will be.
Tammy, second. This ends the meeting for tonight. Go ahead.
Upon a motion duly made and seconded and approval by the majority of the board by roll call vote, the Board of Aldermen will hold a closed session pursuant to section 610-021-1 RSMO, hiring, firing, disciplining, or promoting of particular employees by a public governmental body. when personal information about the employee is discussed or recorded, and second, 610-021-13 RSMO, individually identifiable personnel records, performance ratings, or records pertaining to employees or applicants for employment.
All right, we had Ron made a motion, Tammy second.